Hello, my budding company secretaries. I hope you all are doing well, and I hope the quarantine is treating you all well. First, let me introduce myself to you guys. My name is Akshi Kataria, and I am a practicing company secretary and also into teaching since 4 years now. Since we all are into quarantine, and I thought I should help students out to let them know whether CS course is appropriate for you or not. Since a lot of time we have in our hands, so obviously there are a lot of questions which pops in our mind as to whether we are doing it right or wrong, whether this CS course is literally for me or not. So I'm going to try and answer those one or two questions for you, which may help you to get a clarity as to whether this course is appropriate for you. So firstly, what is a company secretary course? What do you mean by a company secretary? So company secretary, we all know it. The short form is CS. So company secretary, if we bifurcate the words, that is the company and the secretary, it does not mean that you are the secretary of the company. You are at a very esteemed position in your company where you're directly accountable to the board of directors of the company. So company secretary is basically a compliance manager of the company if you are employed there. What do you mean by compliance? Compliance means abiding by the law. So you are the force who will tell the company to abide by the law. And if they do not, obviously they are going to face the repercussions. So this is what I would like to tell you in short. What is a company secretary? Who is a company secretary? That is, they are the compliance manager, right? So who should pursue this course? What kind of student should pursue this course is now a very big question. First thing, any person can pursue this course who is first ready to learn and unlearn anything and everything at every point of time. Second, if you are ready to read, if you like reading, this course is appropriate for you. So I'll now give you the reasons for these two things. Firstly, the law is changing. It is changing drastically, and in future also it will change. So you should have the capability and the capacity to change yourself with the changing laws. And if you do not, then obviously this course is of no use for you guys, right? So anybody who is ready to learn and unlearn, this course is definitely for you. Second, reading. Why am I saying reading? Because company secretary course, I told you, is about compliance. So how do you know how you should see the compliance? If you don't read, if you don't interpret. So reading is most important. If you think that, okay, only I have to learn, I have to read only till the exams. No, that is wrong. After the exams, the main thing starts. You have to read for the whole life. You have to study for the whole life. Because any client who comes to you with the problem, it is you who is going to tell the solution. And what are you going to tell? You are going to tell what is written in the law. And until and unless you read the law, you interpret it, you will not be able to tell anything to the client. So that is why what I say, irrelevant how you were in school, how were you in college, nothing matters. The only thing matters is reading and learning and unlearning at every point of time. So if you are ready to develop the skill of reading, and if you already have the skill of reading, this course is definitely for you. Now, the second question. Is the CS course worth it? Is it correct? Is it right for me or not? Will it give me a handsome salary? These are the questions which students come to me and ask, ma'am, whether I'll get a handsome salary or not. Any profession course is definitely worth it, and I'll give you the reasons for it. First of all, you get a professional degree which never gets obsolete. In your future, in your career, this course will never be obsolete because obviously we are the lawmakers. We tell it to the ministers that what the law has to be made, what kind of law has to be made. So obviously, law is something which will always prevail. Secondly, the prefix which you get after the completion of the course, that is the CS prefix, which obviously is and will be a very proud moment for you guys. You will be very happy to see the prefix CS in your visiting card, and you'll obviously show it off to your friends that, you know what I have done, I have completed a professional course that is a CS. So then, thirdly, you get to choose 3 lines in your profession. That is, one, either you can go for the job, second, you can start your own practice, and third, you can go for teaching. If you're thorough with the concept, you like to teach, you obviously can go for teaching. And practice has vast scope. Scope for it is in the NCLT, which is obviously very respectable, and you are paid very highly. The next thing is about the salary. See, every job, every profession has its own struggle. But if you compete it with others or compete it with other professions, it is of no use. Every successful man has only one theory, that is, do not compete with others, compete with yourself. So you are not going to compete with others. Oh, the CA is getting so much package and the CS is getting so much package. No, it is you who is going to decide what package is for you. How do you want your career graph? It is dependent upon you, your choices, who is going to determine whether you are going to be paid handsomely or not, right? So, for a very small example, as in our Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, our Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, we know कि वो एक चाय वाला थे. So, जब वो चाय वाला थे, तो उनके साथ भी कोई चाय वाला होगा जो साथ में उनके साथ बेचता होगा. एंड आज आप अगर देखेंगे तो नरेंद्र मोदी जी प्राइम मिनिस्टर हैं, और शायद जो उनके साथ जो चाय बना रहा था वो शायद आज भी चाय बेच रहा. तो क्या है, पर्सनल चॉइस है. How you decide how you're going to grow is your personal choice. No course is going to define how will be your career growth. So don't be bothered about the package or anything. Yes, the starting is low. Normally in every job the starting is low. Maybe you'll be getting a monthly salary of 25,000 or 30,000, and then your choices will determine whether you'll be earning 40,000, 80,000 or less. And there, mind you, there are people who are paid in crores. In jobs, they are paid in crores in these company secretary job. This is what I feel is nobody is going to decide. Nobody decides what your package will be. It is you only who is going to decide how your career will be and how your package will be, right? The third question which the students asked is, ma'am, is the LLB mandatory for me? No, it is not mandatory. There are certain employments, there are certain jobs where LLB is required. They ask for an additional degree. Other than that, LLB is not mandatory for you guys. It is upon you whether you want to do LLB or not, right? Then also, if you want to be present in the court or you want to be an attorney, obviously you have to get your LLB degree with you. But other than that, if you want to practice or if you want to go into job or the teaching line, then LLB is not important. It is not mandatory. So I feel these are the 3 questions which always the students are confused with, and I have tried my best to answer those 3 questions for you guys. If you have any doubt or if you want any more answers from me, you obviously can write it down in the comment section below and I'll get back to you. Thank you for watching, and if you like the video, please like it, share.